Did coffee help create the internet? Well, kind of. The very first webcam wasn't built for chatting, streaming, or security. It was built to check if there was still coffee in the pot. And that's just the beginning of one of the weirdest chapters in internet history. Cambridge University, 1991. Researchers at the computer lab had a daily problem. They'd walk all the way to the break room, only to find the coffee pot empty. The solution? Set up a camera in the so-called Trojan Room, pointed directly at the coffee machine. They wrote a simple program called X-Coffee, which showed a live grayscale image of the pot on their workstation screens. Resolution? 128 by 128 pixels. It updated a few times per minute. That's all they needed. Then in 1993, when web browsers started supporting images, the camera feed was published online. That made it the first webcam in history. Its only purpose, saving people from a disappointing walk. A few years later, coffee jokes spilled into the official documentation of the internet. In 1998, the IETF, the organization that maintains internet standards, published RFC 2324, the Hypertext Coffee Pot Control Protocol. It was a parody extension of HTTP, designed to control coffee machines over the web. Instead of the usual post method, it introduced a new one, brew, meant for brewing coffee. It even included a proposed Accept Additions header, which would let clients request add-ons like cream, whole milk, vanilla, raspberry, whiskey, even aquavit. It was absurd and brilliant. And that's where HTTP 418, I'm a teapot, comes from. The idea: if you send a brew request to a teapot, it should respond, I'm a teapot, I can't brew coffee. Mozilla's developer documentation adds a combined coffee teapot that is temporarily out of coffee should instead return 503. In 2017, developers proposed removing HTTP 418 from programming libraries in Go and Python. But after massive pushback from the community, it was kept. To this day, 418 remains an inside joke and a beloved Easter egg among programmers. What happened to the coffee cam? It ran for nearly 10 years. In 2001, the Trojan Room webcam was finally shut down. Not because it broke, but because the lab moved to a new building without the original coffee setup. But one old webcam lives on. FogCam, launched in 1994 at San Francisco State University, is still running. It's officially the longest continuously operating webcam in the world. Instead of a coffee pot, it shows a live view of the campus. FogCam was almost shut down in 2019, but after a wave of nostalgia and support from the internet, it was brought back. From a coffee pot to live cameras around the world. From a parody protocol to a legendary error code. And behind all of it, a reminder that the digital world we live in still runs on human creativity, humor, and caffeine. If you enjoyed this story, consider subscribing to TechFacts for more strange and fascinating tech history.